It is finally Friday, thank God. And we are here with your Friday music recommendation from us, Obscure Undead. I'm Azzy.
I'm Mouse.
And our recommendation today is Esses' sophomore album, Bloodletting for the Lonely, which releases today, August 6th, and it has been one of my most anticipated releases of the year.
I'm glad you passed this on to me because I had never heard of Esses. I'd never heard of them, and I'm quite impressed. I love them a lot. They are a 5-piece out of Oakland, California, and it's just some raw, emotional, witchy, post-punk, death rock kind of all of that.
Yeah, death rock, dark post-punk. It features Scott B., who you may know as bassist from Alter de Fey. He plays guitars on this album. It features Miss Kell, who does vocals and lyrics. Her voice is phenomenal. Reminds me of Eve Ghost from Scarlet's Remains and Christ vs. Warhol, which, you know, come on. West Coast death rock, am I right?
That's where it came from.
Dawn Hill on guitars, Scott Light on bass, and Kevin Brown on drums, who also does the photography for the band.
Yes, and I want to mention real quick, they are selling CDs through Batcave.
And vinyl.
They have a standard vinyl, and they also have a limited release colored vinyl in a box set with Inside the Schism, the selected writings of Esses, which is a 40-page booklet featuring writings from all 3 of their albums. It'll have some early journal entries on the lyrics, some artwork by the lead singer, Kelly Carell, or is it Kelly Carell Brown? Miss Kell, let's just say Kell. And behind the scenes pictures by Kevin Brown. That sounds like a box of fun.
Oh, so, I want it so bad.
It's only $40.
I love...
If I'm looking at the right thing, yeah.
I mean, I have a Corpus Delicti book that I'm just like, I just want to see pictures. And it's all pictures, and I'm like, yes, give me. So I really, really want that. But this album, like I said, it's been one of my most anticipated albums of the whole year. And it is phenomenal. It is so good. It is just really energetic, melancholy, deals with a lot of like trauma, as you do, death rock and dark post-punk, which dark post-punk is something that we fucking love Oakland for.
Yes, and it has like the West Coast death rock sounds, but with Kell's vocals leading the charge. Like there's something about it that just sounds fresh and new and piercing. I mean, pierce the feeling. Oh, that might be the first track on the album, which big bass energy. Oh my God. I love it so much. And Pierce the Feeling, it's track 2. It's one of the first singles that was released. Death rock style guitar. I mean, no mistaking it. Has this exciting like canter to it, and then her vocals come in all staccato and they go all over the place, but in an orderly fashion.
That's how you could describe the guitars too.
Huh?
That's how you could describe the guitars too, like in a staccato fashion.
Yes, it's like they're dueling and competing, and like her voice goes like high and low and like super energetic and engaging the whole way. And I was just taken. But even before that, the first track called The Source, just blew me away. Like it started off slowly with those like organic drums. It's a perfect intro. It had like escalating instrumentation, and I was like, whoa, here we go. Oh my God, you know, like getting on a ride for the first time, like a roller coaster, how it's starting off and then it just like shoots you right into it.
I also really liked the track that they have a music video out for, Before the Blight, which turns out was written before COVID. But you would assume that it was written during COVID because...
Wait, are you saying that Before the Blight was written before the Blight?
Yes, even though the song talks about returning to Before the Blight. But no, Before the Blight was written before the Blight.
Mind blown.
What the shit? And I love the driving drums, the driving bass, like just...
drums.
It gets in your heart, it gets in your blood, and it's such a dancey earworm.
Mm-hmm. And those vocals again, our vocals are a master class in mood and melody. She's very talented. There's another song, I don't mean to jump to the end, but one of my other favorite tracks is called Schism. At the very end, slow and brooding, but that song just lets the vocals breathe. And I was just in love. Like, I absolutely love that track.
It's great that you loved a slow track because one of my favorite tracks as well was Faceless Past, which was another slow track, and it had like the tribal drums, and it kind of just felt like a song that you would sit and listen to in a death rock cabaret if such a thing ever is invented. This should be like the inaugural song for one.
Death rock cabaret. That sounds brilliant. Let's make it.
Or like some kind of like spooky death rock themed speakeasy.
Sure, yeah, I can hear that.
I want that so much now.
I like when bands show that they can do fast and energetic as well as slow and haunting. You have to be able to do both and not just slow down your music.
Right.
There's a different gift in laying down a slower pace. And they do it very well. It lets each instrument track breathe so that you can hear each one at a time instead of like full force. And I was here for it. It was really great.
Right. And I like that no one element overwhelmed the other. They were all exactly as much
Everything's
as
balanced.
Like, needed to happen.
Yes.
And that kind of brings me to my selected lyric off of this album. It comes from Pierce the Feeling, and it encapsulates a lot of the themes and elements of the album so perfectly, I think. And that is, we can't escape the feeling.
Very nice. All right. And I will leave you with one thing. Don't spend time beating on a wall trying to transform it into a door. If there are no doors open to you, create one yourself, because you are beautiful and I believe in you, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.
We'll see you guys next week. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
This ignorance of consciousness, despair.